Um, so here I'll talk about the MOCA 2.0 requirements for the American Board of Anesthesiology, specifically the Part 4 requirements and what we already do here as a function of working at the hospital and with our group to maintain our learning, and how that we may get credit for Part 4 just from stuff that we already do as a matter of course in a day-to-day practice. Normally, if you come here, the first thing you're going to do is click this physician login. That will go to your portal and will allow you to see your progress in terms of the MOCA 2.0 cycle and how you're coming along. Otherwise, we can go here to MOCA 2.0 Part 4 to talk about the topic of today. So as we scroll down the page, you'll see at the top here you have the MOCA 2.0 Part 4 video. This gives you an overview of how to access the website. I'll include a link to this in the description below. It will also allow you to see like the basic overview from the ABA's standpoint. So if you scroll down a little further, you'll see the Part 4 activities. These are the different things we can do to fulfill this requirement. The first listed one is the MOCA simulation course at an ASA-endorsed center. This is the traditional simulation course from MOCA 1.0, which still carries over. It used to be required. Now it is an optional component of MOCA 2.0 under Part 4. If you have to get a quick 25 points for your first half of the section, this might be a way to do it because it counts for 25. You can go and do it in one sitting, more or less, but it does require travel and some pretty good expense on our participants' part. This will fulfill your entire 25 points for the 5-year period for MOCA 2.0. Part 4, we need to get 25 points in the first 5 years and 25 points in the second 5 years of the 10-year cycle, and this will count for the whole thing. 20 points for the actual course, and then 5 additional points if you do the survey and follow-up document how you implemented what you learned. This is one of the ones that will be automatically documented to the American Board of Anesthesiology by whoever you take the simulation course through. You can also do a simulation at another simulation center that isn't necessarily ASA certified and receive 1 point per hour spent on the activity. This does max out at 15 points, unlike the approved centers. However, it is a way to get points. And I'll talk to the VEST Center to see if there's any way we can get certificates issued for the simulations we do there. You can also do any MOCA Part 4 practice improvement activity for another ABMS medical board. This can be up to the 25 points at 1 point per hour. You provide documentation of what you did. This is probably here, I would guess, for people that are dual certified. So say you have certification in anesthesia and internal medicine or something like that, you want to do the Part 4 from the American Board of Internal Medicine to maintain your medicine certification, then that will also count for your anesthesia boards as well. You can be involved in a QI project as a leader. This is worth up to 25 points with 1 point per hour spent. This is if you run like a QI project, you say like, oh, we'll do like a mini study internally. Your work on that can count towards this. You'll notice on each one of these it has click here to view a reporting template. That'll bring up a PDF of the templates for that specific type. Next, you have the completing an improvement plan. This is if you are involved in a FPPE or OPPE. This will allow you to get points for that. That can count for the whole thing if you do 25 hours of that. Also, if you do a 360-degree review or evaluation of yourself, one of these surveys you send out to all your colleagues in different fields and kind of talk about how you improved yourself based on that. Those of us who have done or are doing the American Society of Anesthesiologists Certificate in Business Administration, there is a 360 evaluation involved in that, and also there are a few that are offered throughout the years, both I think from the hospital and also from our group as well, and those would count. You basically go through, look at how you're doing through other people's eyes, and come up with a plan to improve yourself for that. Also, getting involved in data registries and could count towards this, because it's a patient experience of care surveys. Basically, running a survey of how you're doing and updating your practice based on how you look through patients' eyes. And there's a clinical pathway development leader option. This is also worth up to 25 points here. This is like, for instance, if you were involved in a process where you implemented the ERAS, the Enhanced Recovery After Surgery process, and you were the leader of that group, you could get points for doing that thing, up to 25 points. Or, in the next one, a clinical pathway development participant, you could get credit for being a participant. But if you're participating, it's up to 15 points. If you're the leader of the group, it's up to 25 points. But for both of them, it's worth 1 point per hour. And you can mix and match all of these to get to your 25 points, of course. There's the American Board of Medical Specialties, these multi-specialty portfolio program. This is worth 25 points for leaders and 20 points for participants, at 1 point per hour. This would be if our entire organization were to get approval from the ABMS to have a group of quality improvement activities that is a multidisciplinary report. So like if we got in with surgery and, say, internal medicine, and came up with a way to improve our care of inpatients who are on the medical floors, or improve their optimization for surgery. That would be something that would come probably under this. Point of care learning, you can bang out a nice quick 15 points with this. Basically, the way I look at this is that if a patient comes in and has some weird syndrome or disease that you've never heard of, and you spend 3 hours looking up how to care for this patient, then you can apply for 3 points up to 15. So like in your daily practice, you're probably looking things up, saying, oh, I don't know what this is. I want to make sure that I'm not missing anything, and you spend an hour or two reading about it. You can get a point or two out of that, and that can get up to 15 points, which you can also do with this, the self-directed case evaluating or presenting your case in M&M, or a case discussion. So this, if you present a case at morbidity and mortality report, you get credit for that. So obviously you would get a credit for 1 point for actually presenting it, but that's not where it ends. If you spent 3 hours, 4 hours preparing the M&M, like looking up the case, looking up the literature, and the learning points of the case, each one of those hours you spent will be worth a point, so up to 15 points. So between the point of care learning and the self-directed case evaluation, you could make all your points right there. So there you go. Any questions, feel free to contact me. You can pop a comment down below here on the video, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I see it there. Or you can shoot me an email directly. So thanks for listening. If you like this video, please give me a like down below, and you can subscribe to my channel for more like this in the future. Thank you.